Welcome to the Podcaster's Guide to a Visible Voice. Reveal and define your voice to speak your truth through the power of podcasting. And I'm your host, Mary Chan.
So let's go.
Hey, thanks for joining me today. Let's get right into these 3 main tips I always share with podcasters that I work with when they want to sound more natural. When I worked in radio, clients would come into the studio never having been behind the mic before. So my job was not only to produce a commercial for them, but to make sure they sounded like as much of themselves as possible. I believed even then that your voice is your selling feature. It was the way to connect emotion to emotion with your listener, to move people to take action. So first, let's talk with your hands and body. I was coaching a young new podcaster recently who also has a YouTube channel, but his podcast didn't sound as lively and energetic as his YouTube videos. So what was the driving force behind that difference? He said that with YouTube, he could express his emotions with his body because people can see that. So then I asked him, why couldn't he do the same behind the microphone for his podcast? I am a hand talker, and if you are too, that's what you want to embrace. Although you are behind the mic, you can still move your body and your hands. No one talks sitting or standing in a static position, stick straight, not being able to move around. That's not normal during a conversation. So you'll sound unnatural if you are not moving. When moving your body, you gotta treat it like a dance. Your mouth should stay by the mic at all times when you're speaking, but your hands and body can sway and move from side to side. Now, my only warning with this is to make sure you are aware of your surroundings. When you're a hand talker, you might hit the mic or the mic stand, so don't hit things. Don't do it. Know your surroundings. Unlike in a dance, you shouldn't be touching anything. Don't touch the mic. No touchy-touchy. Don't touch the mic stand. Don't hit anything. If you've got a podcast that also has a guest, part of the movement can be that you can lean back and relax while they're doing their talking and they are talking about their message. But remember to come back close to the microphone when you have something to say. So relax and lean back and take in their message, and then lean back in to reply or comment and share your response. Second, picture your ideal listener. Back in my radio school days, I used to print out a picture of one person that I wanted to talk to, and then I taped it in the studio when I was live on the air. You should do the same now. It doesn't have to be a real person, but that definitely can help. What you can do too is just cut out a picture of a random person from a magazine and then name that person. What does she like to do? How does she listen to your podcast? What is she passionate about? Know this person and then talk to her. When you have her picture up in your recording space, it's easy to imagine having that conversation with her because in podcasting, you are talking to that one person, listening to you usually through their earbuds. The last tip is to smile. If all else fails, I'll always tell you to smile. Smiling can be heard through a microphone, and a little goes a long way. There's a Chinese proverb, a smile gains more friends than a long face. So smile more to gain more listeners, new friends. Yay! That's what we're looking for in our podcast, right? People to listen to our podcast and share in the conversation that we're having. People who smile are likable and trustworthy. Research shows that an honest, genuine smile leads people to believe that you are honest and will cooperate. These are all subconscious thoughts from your listener when they are listening to your voice. Looking mad and unfriendly will actually turn people away. So if you smile, even if you're having an off day and you're not really feeling it, smiling first will trigger your brain to say, hey, I'm happy. And that will connect your emotion to your listener. We use this trick a lot on the radio when you're live on the air and you've just had a really bad day. If you smile, that's the first step to turning your emotion around and your listeners will connect with it. So put these into practice this week, using your hands to talk and moving your body around. Second, picture your ideal listener and print out a picture to post in your recording space. And finally, smile. Remember, smiling goes a long way. You can hear it through the microphone. Let me know if you hear a difference in your voice. Send me a voice note through email at visiblevoicepodcast@gmail.com. And I know there's lots to think about during your recording, so if nothing else, smile, just smile. Talk to you next time. Thank you so much for listening to the Podcaster's Guide to a Visible Voice. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd love it if you'd share it with a podcasting friend. And to reveal more voicing and podcasting tips, click on over to visiblevoicepodcast.com. Until next time.